What we've tried to do is take and get away from all the difficulties of using UAVs with joysticks and all these fancy buttons and all, make it a very intuitive control system, as at the same time simplifying it by combining all the views under one 3D map that people can easily understand. We're using touch screens, so to make it easy. Now what I have here is the actual image or the actual place that I'm looking at. So if I'm looking here at UAV 3, I know from my thing here that it's the yellow one, and it's looking here at the corner of the ball field. So if I want to see more of the ball field, I can just touch my screen and move it over and actually see more of the ball field. Okay, if I wanted to zoom in, I can go like this and actually zoom in on the ball field a little bit more. But let's say there was something going on at Kettering Tower, so I can just click on here and I can go over here and click Kettering Tower, and now I'm watching Kettering Tower, and I can shrink that view down, you know, so I can zoom in and out there. Now I keep still looking back and forth at this window and this map to see where they are, and I still lose all this orientation of this way is north. And also the next best thing is to actually project those views right onto the screen. And that's what we're doing with these guys right here. So now as I zoom in, I see that there's some activity maybe around in that area, and I can zoom in on here. And now what I'm actually doing is I'm watching this part of Kettering Tower play out like it's a movie. Like here on this UAV, I see a tank actually moving down the street right there. And there's that tank that I was looking at. So if I'm a police officer, a police force, I can basically be looking at what's going on across the whole city, because I can take all the traffic cams, street cams, tower cams, all those kind of things, and put them in here as well. So I can find out what's going on at this corner from that camera, and over here at this corner at that camera. And if I get a flash or a gunshot alert out here by the river, I can very easily then take and allocate these resources like this UAV and maybe some other cameras to a team that handles that gunshot type of thing, while I still maintain context over what's going on the whole city. I'm mapping this thing to an actual 3D model of it. And if I need to turn it around, look at it from another way, that's okay, I can do that too. Whatever orientation I need, whatever I need to do to go in and see what's going on in the city. So this may be an affordable solution for how do we improve law enforcement and and solve more crimes and protect people cost effectively. There's a lot of different ways we could use UAVs, especially like with night sensors on them, night vision sensors, thermal imagery, regular imagery, finding a lost child in the woods, different things along that line, and as well as other commercial applications beyond that would include agricultural, for people who have farms. They can fly over their crops and tell which of their crops are bad, and if they're too dry or too wet, and what's going on with the crops and things. So the number of UAV applications is really limitless, and what's going to happen as the aerospace opens up and we start using them, we're going to find more and more applications for the UAV itself.